Hey guys, it's Katie at scrappinkaty.ctmh.com, and today is day 26 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. So let's take a look at what we've got and what I plan to do for the rest of the month. Okay, so in an attempt to find photos to finish out the 30 Days of Sketches, I came across a package of 101 4x4 photos. So I am going to try my best to work through these for the rest of the month. Pretty much we've got anything and everything in here, and then some, of course, I will be making additional layouts. I have sorted them by child, so you see our middle son there. His birthday is this weekend. Then, of course, our youngest son. I don't know, there's just tons in here. So I'm going to thumb through these. And these are probably what I'm going to be using to finish out the month of sketches. I am off today, so I'm going to try to get all of those done so I can finish off the month. And then there's only about 5 or 6 days that I have to go back and finish. I don't have to because this is something that's fun, but it's something that I set out to do. And also, if I do finish it, that means a guaranteed 30 layouts to go into our album, so why not? So I have pulled out the stitched hexagons, and I'm actually going to cut my photo in the hexagon shape. So even though I kind of want to keep that whole photo, it's not going to work. So I'm going to do that, and then I have these other sizes. And look at this cute little tiny one. I have these other sizes that I'll just do out of pattern paper. And yeah, and that will be those shapes. And then I'm just going to try to use scraps for all this other stuff. I may do some sponging with our stencils for the polka dot because I am all over polka dots. I got all my hexagons cut that I think I'm going to be using, and I am just using the Mix-In collection. It's got a variety of colors. The main photo, she is black and white, but this photo, she's just got a hint of that turquoise, so that's why I decided to bring in these kind of just random colors. So I am working on, I think I'm going to use this as the base page. The only thing is I hate to use a piece of paper that I love the back side to so much. So I might actually cut this, and since this will all be pieced together, I think I'm going to put that on just a plain white daisy piece of cardstock. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So, find where I put my cutter. And then probably gonna have to do this by hand, which is no big deal because I can go from 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. Let me see what that appears like. So let me get a pencil and actually draw my line. My steel part is coming undone. So that is through the center, through the center. Okay, that will be close enough because in the sketch, those little scrap pieces of paper actually come down lower on that bottom right corner than this top left. Okay, so I feel much better about that. So that will go there, and then that way this pattern won't mess that much with the actual photos. And then we've got a bunch of strips here as well as some patterns. Okay, this is from another mix-in collection, and I think I'm going to use that at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and get these glued down, and then that white space that's in between the two I will cover with pattern paper. Either that, or I may do some cardstock tearing. That way it'll create a little bit of dimension in that tearing and those white edges. So I am not going to apply adhesive right here, so I can tuck in the strips underneath that, because I definitely want this piece to be on top of all the other pieces. Okay, and then we've got some zip strips that I'll be able to use, and then I can always cut those and they can pick up later. We've got some red ones. Not sure about bringing the brown in yet. I think I will, just because, but I don't know yet. Okay, so let me pull some cardstock. This is just the cardstock colors that coordinate with the mix-ins. Yeah, so let me do some marking here. So mark. Okay, so I want the white to show, and so this is the piece I want to keep. So I want to pull it away from me. So the part that's pulling away from me is the part that's going to have the white edge. And of course, that is way over here. Let me see. I heard a tip of using a ruler, and you'll have a little bit of a tighter tear. I think they meant to actually pull against the ruler, but I don't want this line straight, so I'm not going to do that. I love that, and there's no need for me to have all this. So I'm just going to cut right here with scissors. And then let's see how much. Probably need to cut more, because I only left a little bit of space for that to be taped down on here. So yeah. Okay, so I don't want to tape that down yet because I want to tuck some more colors underneath. So I think I'm going to use blue now. And you know, I don't know. I could maybe piece these together. Maybe not. Okay, so I want this one here. About there. Again, let's pull out that ruler. And this is the piece I want to keep, so this one I'm pulling toward me. Oh, looky there. Is that just the niftiest thing? Now you notice this one I tore a little closer to the ruler, so I don't have as much white stuff going on here. Okay, and then let's do some yellow, and we are going to tear from here to here. Yeah, so this one. So I'm going to cut a little bit larger on this one because it has to cover all this space. Okay, so we can tape. Okay, so let's take this one down first. Then I'm just going to tape this one, slide it up underneath this pattern paper. I wasn't being lazy. I could have just done this without all of this headache, but it's okay. So I decided to flip it. I don't know why, but because this is so wide, it just seems like I wanted it going up. And then I did rough this edge. And so I'm going to start gluing or adding foam tape to the back of my photos, and then I'll just fill in with these. But I wanted to point out that if you print to Shutterfly directly from your Instagram account, which is what I did, it actually prints what you said on the back of here. And I absolutely love that. Number one, it helps me with the date. Number two, sometimes I want to use that for my actual title or journaling. So I thought I would show you that. Also, they give you 100 free prints a month. And so it's just, I love them. Okay, so I'm going to add 3D foam tape to the back of the majority of these things off camera. Okay, so I did add some of those zip strips, and I just cut them apart so they would go all the way through. Just going to trim those off. And then I can come back with the smaller hexagons and fill in the spots. So this red one wouldn't go all the way through, but I'm going to have a red one right here. So I think I'm going to like that the red strip kind of stops with this. And just going to place it right there. And then I'm actually going to feed that through my printer, I think, and add journaling. And then I have these little bitty pieces, these little bitty hexagons. And I am going to put those just kind of here and there. Aren't they cute? They're so adorable. I'm going to put those together. Okay, and then I have this one, but I just don't think it's going to fit anywhere. Title, I think I'm going to put right here. I may put right there, and then I'm going to find some other embellishments from my stash. Okay, so I had a couple of extra hexagons I did add right there. And so I've just cut the edges off. And I'm going to then put them over here. It's weird having them all different ways, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but oh, and off camera I also cut my finger doing exactly what I was just doing right there. Okay, and then I'm going to fill in with these little boogers, and then my embellishment. So let me go decide what embellishments I'm going to use. Okay, so I've already put down a couple of stickers from the Sweet Safari collection, and then I'm going to finish it off. I need to find something right there to kind of hide that. So I'm wondering, I don't know what I want to do. You know, can't really have stars and suns at the same time, or so they say, but I really like that. I definitely want some hearts right there, and I think I'll take this other one and have it hanging over just a little bit. And I love these hearts that are kind of in threes. And then, let's see. I think I can put these little hexagons right there, and then maybe one right there. I did add our little bitty 3D foam circles on the back of here. It makes it so simple to get adhered down for little bitty tiny things. Okay, so I don't want that one. No. I kind of wanted the rainbow, but that blue just really messes with the peacock. Same thing, I was going to use this play title, but now I think I'm going to use the adventure title. And I may have to cut it and kind of make it stacked, but we'll see once I get it off of here. Again, I prefer to leave all those little innards on the sticker sheet. It just makes it a whole lot neater. And they don't stick to my fingers or anything. Okay, so adventure. So I was thinking about cutting, but I might not be able to. May have to go. I can take that off. And that one. these right here. Okay. So far, kind of good. And then I'm going to add some 3D foam behind that sun. Where's my thick foam? I'll just use one of these squares. Okay, so there's that. So I've got red, 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 yellow, 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 peacock, peacock, green. If I could find some more green somewhere. But I think we might be okay with just that green. And then I'm going to computer journal right there. Let me go ahead and add my date. I'm going to add it right here. So anytime I'm journaling on a shape, I just basically type it up on my computer, and then I know where to put my shape. And then I just tape my shape to a blank piece of computer paper, and then that way my shape is just fed right through my home printer. And I get to that corner up over this, and then I get to do my journaling. This cute little thing. Okay, so there is today's. I kind of went a totally opposite direction than what I had intended, but at least it's done, and I like it. Fun. So here is a couple of still shots of the layout, just to kind of show you the dimension and again just the close-ups. Now I probably will finish the month on my Instagram account. I'll leave all of those links down below, as well as any of the links to the ladies who are playing along with the Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. If you liked what you saw, please consider leaving me a comment and a thumbs up. And as always, if you aren't a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and go ahead and sign up for notifications so you'll be alerted the next time I post a crafty video.